If that's what you claim, it doesn't.
In advance of you testifying here today, did you ask your son whether there was anything incriminating on his phone?
No, I didn't.
Did you ask your son whether he had taken firearms out of your safe?
No.
You
I don't
surely
believe
didn't ask
so.
your... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't believe so, no.
You surely didn't ask your son whether he had taken your firearms and used those in a homicide, correct?
Oh, correct.
How about in 118B here? Do you recognize this firearm?
That looks like it. Yeah, that's a Glock 9mm.
Okay. Do you recognize it as belonging to you, ma'am?
No, I can't read the serial number on it.
Surely you can admit that those are not your legs.
No, and I can't say that that's my gun either.
Okay. And lastly, we'll show you 118C. Did you teach your son how to dismantle an assault rifle?
No.
You did not?
No.
Okay. You don't recognize these pictures from his device?
No, I don't. I don't see any reference. I don't see anything to reference it to. It's just, it's a barrel on a sheet.
Sure, I'm just asking whether you recognize it, ma'am.
No,
That's all.
I don't.
Okay. And you lastly have indicated that you do not know your, actually one more. Did you have an opportunity to, at least in your inventory of what was taken or seized by law enforcement, understand that several assault rifles were missing?
No. I never got an inventory from JSO.
Well, you said you replaced the 2 assault rifles.
I knew those were taken. I knew those were taken, definitely, because when I went home after the search was done, they were missing.
Okay.
And I know where they are.
Were they the only 2 weapons that were missing?
Well, I don't know what JSO took.
Which indicates you don't know what you had.
No. I know they took the 2 ARs and they took some of my 9mm. I think 2 of my 9mm, actually.
The exhibit that I previously identified as having been a photograph on co-defendant Rashad Murphy's device. Do you remember me showing you this photograph?
Yes.
Certainly, if your son didn't have access to the firearms, or at least that's what your testimony is, you would not allow his friends to have access to those firearms. Isn't that correct?
That is correct.
Did your son explain to you that he sent a text message to Gathright or Isaiah Chance on April 27th of 2024, but with that same identical photograph?
No.
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 Did you know your son or Isaiah Chance to have access to those assault rifles in March or April of 2024?
No.
I'm going to show you what I will identify as State's Exhibit 119. So it would be your testimony that you do not recognize this communication between GZ or Gathright and your son.
These are not my devices and not my communication, so I can't be asked to identify who they are.
I'm not asking you to identify who they are. I'm asking you if you're aware of the communication. So the answer to that is no.
Well, they're not on my phone, so no, I wouldn't be aware of these communications.
But you are aware that you did not give either permission to access your safe or your firearms, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and publish this photograph of what? Of this message exchange, State's 119. The state would seek to admit this exhibit, Your Honor, 119.
Any objection? No objection. Is it 118 or 119? 118?
119. Prior was 118, yes. I can't hear that, I'm sorry. You've indicated you don't recognize this and did not allow access to these weapons on March 27th of 2023, correct?
Correct. I think that's 2024.
I'm sorry, 2024. Thank you, ma'am. So you would not have known anything about this same depiction being messaged between or on Rashad Murphy's device in the 2 days before the homicide? Do you know Rashad Murphy?
No, I don't.
Any
No.
reason for Rashad Murphy to have anything from your son's device? Never came around with your son?
No. I thought you said those pictures went to my son.
They did. They did, from
So why would they
Gathright,
go to my-
your son's best friend. Remember him? Do you remember him?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying if they're in my home, why would the photo of my weapons in my home be sent to my son who lives at the home?
Yeah, I couldn't explain to you why your son and his best friend were sending photographs of the weapons around that you have, but I'm just asking you why they
And
have
I don't
access
think
to
that-
them.
I'm not saying that those are my weapons. Like I said before, there's no context to it where I can identify where this was taken. You said it's on the phone, that's fine. But there's no context. There's nothing that I can identify as something from my home.
There's no question. The context is you've indicated your son, other than the one time you took him to that firing range, would not have access to all of your
Correct.
assault weapons.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Lastly, you've indicated that your son is not in fact in a gang. Is that right?
That is right.
But you admit that you yourself, you said today, I think, that you are a gang associate according to Florida statute.
Yeah,
Is that
according
what
to Florida statute,
you said? So you're
because,
familiar.
yeah, I am familiar. I looked it up because according to Florida statute, if you associate with a known gang member, which is only known to law enforcement, not to any individual person.
Is that extra bit that you've added there, the portion,
No, actually, that's the reality of it.
the statute
So
says?
if you willingly associate
Ma'am.
with a known gang member,
Correct.
then you are considered a gang associate.
That's not a question. What's the question?
Well, she said I willingly admitted to being a gang member. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, that's fine. And Mr. McAlima will be able to clear anything up on redirect. So what's the next question?
You've indicated that you do not have any information about your son being a gang member
Correct.
or a gang associate.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to show you what I've marked as States Exhibits A through F. Please take a look at those photographs.
Okay, what gang sign is this supposed to be for?
Okay, well,
Have
just
you had
wait.
an opportunity to review the photographs?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Is it fair to say that your son is depicted in all of the photographs with the exception of one which depicts Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that you watched the portion of the trial during which the detectives testified about what a 1200 gang sign would look like?
No, I didn't.
You did not watch the
I
detectives...
did not see that portion, no.
Ma'am, please. You did not watch detectives Drabick or Nieder or Griffin testify?
Not testify about gang signs, no.
You did not see the gang charts that were published in this case?
I saw the gang charts, yes.
Did you see anything on the gang charts that would have been indicative of a gang sign?
I don't believe so.
And it's your testimony that you cannot identify your son as being involved in any gangs, is that right?
That is right.
I'm going to may I please seek to admit, Your Honor, States 114C, A through F.
Any objection? Okay, admitted.
Who is the individual depicted in States 114E, ma'am?
And, I'm sorry, it's 114,
A through F.
114?
114 A through F.
A through F. Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure.
This is not Isaiah Chance. You're not sure?
Well, I
That's-
can't see the face, I'm not really sure.
Sure, ma'am. How about 114D?
Oh, that's Sean.
And who else is in the photograph that you know?
I know the other two people in the photograph.
Right, who are they, please?
I'm not going to give you their names.
Okay.
You're refusing to give the names?
Well, I don't think it's appropriate.
Oh, okay. Well, you're under oath to tell the truth. so
I
you-
am, and I truly believe it's not appropriate.
Okay, well, I guess you're the
names
judge now. Okay, go ahead. What's the next question?
They're not involved
Ma'am,
in this.
Ma'am, did you have an opportunity to see all three charts that were presented in court?
I believe I saw one chart.
Do you know which gang it was for?
It was the one that had my son on there as an associate. I
Which one?
remember that one.
Which one?
So I don't remember which name that was, but I remember his picture on there as an associate.
I'm showing you states 114F. Do you recognize the individual depicted in 114F, ma'am?
Yes,
Who is that individual?
that's my son.
How about 114B, ma'am? Is your son depicted also in this one?
Yes,
Which individual is your son in 114B?
he's the one with the hat.
Is he in the center of the photograph?
Yes, on
Is-
the left,
Is your daughter also depicted in the photograph?
perhaps.
Perhaps. May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, redirect.
Is there a reason why you don't want other people identified for
Objection, Your
this
Honor,
court?
relevance.
Wait, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Is there a reason why you don't want other people identified for this court?
Yes,
You can answer. Good.
yes, because, number one, the high profile of the case. Number two, I was directly told by law enforcement.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained as to hearsay.
Okay,
So.
it's a very-
No, ma'am, I sustain the objection. You can't keep answering, all right? So
asking-
you're not actually the judge in here, so, and I do appreciate the situation you're in. However, nonetheless, you need to do what I tell you to do. What's the next question?
I'm going to ask you the question, but you don't have to tell me what anyone told you. All right? Are there reasons why you don't want to identify people for the cameras?
yes. I believe that.
Okay, that, just a yes, thank you. What's the next question?
Well, I would like for her to explain her answer, Judge.
I'm going
Well,
to object as to
Yeah, I don't know where this is going exactly, so you can't repeat what anybody said to you, so what's,
I'm just telling you what I believe and the
okay,
reason why.
go ahead.
So the reason why I believe it would be dangerous for other people to be identified in relation to this case is because of the high-profile nature and the fact that it involves supposed violent gangs in Jacksonville that we have never come in contact with. So I feel like it would be a violation of these individuals' privacy since they're not relevant to the case and they have no relevance to Alicia Andrews as
All right,
far
well,
as
now
I
we're getting
know.
into a narrative, so ask the next question.
All right. There's a couple things that you wanted to explain, and all we're asking for is the absolute truth.
Okay.
All right? You were trying to explain something about a safe. The absolute truth. Is there another safe at your home?
There is.
Okay.
My son has it safe in his bedroom.
All right. And you were trying to also mention on cross-examination something about a gang associate and you being a gang associate. Can you explain what your understanding of your title as a gang associate?
Okay. Once my son was arrested, I found out he was being labeled a gang associate. In order to be labeled a gang associate, by my interpretation of the Florida statute, if you willingly hang around somebody who is a known gang member, then you could be considered a gang associate. However, nobody tells that person that they're a known gang member, and nobody tells anybody around them that they're a known gang member. So if you're hanging around somebody unknowingly and law enforcement has deemed them to be a gang member, then you theoretically could also be considered a gang associate.
Alicia Andrews, do you have her phone number saved in your phone?
No, I don't.
All right. And what was the first time that you ever reached out to her?
It was during one of the status hearings. I've attended every single one of my son's status hearings, so there were some where I noted that there was not somebody there for her. So I reached out.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Had you ever communicated with Alicia Andrews prior to her being
No,
incarcerated?
no.
No further questions.
Okay, thank you. May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Free to
All
go.
right, thank you.
All right, who's your next witness?